Boys and girls, it's me, Mrs. Avolio, and I am here to tell you your next steps for publishing your nonfiction book. I know you have been really excited about this, and you worked really hard getting your green packet to look like this, doing your edits and revisions and getting it all fixed up so it's ready. Okay. So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to number the pages of your book. And what I want you to do first is open up your book. And, I want you to, don't start numbering right here yet, okay? But open it up. The first page should be blank. Wait, where am I? The second page should have lines on it. This one does not have lines on it. I wonder if there's something wrong with my book. I'm going to try turning it over. All right, let's see from the other side. Blank page, page with lines. This is where I want you to start. You are going to use a pencil for this. Super important. Don't put anything on the first blank page. We're going to get to that on a different day. Then I want you to put your numbers in the top corner of the rest of the pages. We're going to start with 1. So put a 1. Then 2. And I'm going to do the rest quick for you. 3, 4, 5. 5 is still a page with lines on it, see? Then the next page is blank, and I want you to make that page 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's it. So your last page should be page 10. But we did put these books together. They weren't put together by a machine or anything like that. So it's possible that you might have 9 pages or 11 pages, and I don't want you to worry about that, okay? But I want you to number all of the pages, starting with the first line page is page 1, and your last page should be page 10 or something close to that, okay? There you go. So that's your first step. Number the pages of your book. Second, pick the order that you want your paragraphs to be in. What number do I want this? Which paragraph is this going to be? This is going to be my 3rd paragraph. What do bats eat? And then, I thought this would be a good page 1. What do bats look like? Do you have to choose the same order as me? You do not. You can choose what order you want to do. Okay, but I thought it would be, I wanted to put what do bats look like first. Where do bats live is going to be my 2nd paragraph. My 4th one is what are bats' predators and how do they survive? And my last one is going to be how do bats take care of their babies? So what I need to do now is go back and find the one that I wanted to be first. So I pick the order of the paragraphs and number them. Done. So here is my first paragraph that I want to do. And here we go. Am I going to write on this blank page? No, that's going to be your table of contents, but don't worry about that yet. That is actually one of the last things we're going to do. And here is page 1. And this is my first paragraph. It might not line up exactly like that for you. But this first one will, but the rest of them might not, so don't worry about it if it doesn't. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to, look at step 3, write the heading on the top of page 1. What am I going to write with? Pencil. And my heading is that question, what do bats look like? So I'm going to scooch the camera now so you can see how I'm writing, okay? So I've got this right here, and I can see it really easily. I might even scooch it up like that so I can, there. I'm trying to make it so you can see it better. So I can see exactly what I need to write at the top. And I'm going to write it nice and neat, really towards the top of the page. Make sure I'm starting all the way over here by the spiral. What do bats look like? You want to write not too tiny, because you're going to go over that with a pen or something later. So if you do it super small, it's going to be hard to do that. So make it so it looks like a nice heading, like that. What do bats look like? I started with a capital, I ended with a question mark. If I had had any revisions or edits in that, I'm going to copy those onto my final copy. That's why I did it. And that's also why you're writing in pencil, because if you have to change something, it's easy to erase. So now, write the heading on the top of the page. Did that. Then it says write the sentences, see all my sentences? On the lines. Go to back if needed. And what I mean by that is if you run out of space on these lines, copying what's on here, and it is possible because there are more lines on this paper than there are here. I don't know why I did it that way, but here we are. Go to the back of the page. Don't go to the next line page or you will run out of lined pages for your paragraphs. You understand? Use the back, and I'll show you what I mean. All right, so now we're going to slip down here again. Boop. And what do bats look like? I already have. Bats are mammals. I'm going to indent 3 fingers. Bats are mammals. Period. And that is one of my bold words. I'm going to underline it super lightly so I remember that's one of my bolds. They have a fur-covered body. That is shaped like a mouse. Ooh, I'm going to squeeze my D in right there. And sometimes, remember, this helps some people. As you write each word, you can put a little line through it so you know where you are and you don't accidentally go back and write the same thing again. The other thing you could do is when you finish a line, a body that is shaped like a mouse, put a nice light pencil line through it. Don't scribble it because you might need to go back and look at these things again. But if you, I'll show you closely. Can you see where I made little tiny pencil checks, or down here on the body line where I crossed it out really lightly? Yeah, that'll help you keep track of where you are. Now I'm in a tricky part because I did a lot of editing right there. You see that? Now I have to be careful when I'm recopying that I don't copy the old part, that I copy what I've revised and I copy my new spellings. Their wings are like our hands. Oh, shaped, ooh, I didn't finish this, like a mouse. And I'm going to use my neatest and best printing. I'm kind of writing fast here because I don't want to have this lesson take too much time for you. Their wings are like our hands. Is this exciting for you to watch me do this? Yeah, I bet it is. With webbing in between the fingers and thumb. And webbing is one of my bold words. I'm just going to underline it really lightly right there. With webbing in between. The fingers and thumb. And check again. I got it. Bats have big ears and a sensitive nose. Ooh, I am going to run out of space. If you want to, you could write down in this space, right down here, and a sensitive nose. I think I might do that. Whoops. My camera went off for a second. That's the end of that sentence. Put a period. There are 40 kinds of bats in the United States. See, that's what it says next. Am I going to be able to fit all of that right there? No, I am not. So here we are. There are. Remember I said here, go to back if, whoops. Go to back if needed. This is what I mean. I've filled up all the space I can. Bats have big ears and a sensitive nose. There are, now on my paper down here, I still have some words left. 40 kinds of bats in the United States. What I'm gonna do, go to the back of this page, right here. Can you kind of see how the lines, there's a little tiny line poking through. Can you see it a little bit? That's where you're gonna write the rest of your sentence. So what I have left over here is there are. So there are. I'm going to start with the word 40 right there. 40 on the back of the page. 40. And remember, numbers are uppercase. They're attic letters. Kinds of bats in the, is the United States the name of something? Yes. So it should be capitalized, just like I fixed when I was doing my editing. United States. I'm going to put a period. See? That's where I put the rest of it. So you have some lines as a guide so it doesn't get crooked all over the place. Make sure you're going all the way back over to this side, not writing from the middle over. You know what I mean? Make sure you have as much space as you can. So then, write sentences on the lines. Go to back if needed. I needed to. Draw a check mark on the page when you're done. Watch this. I'm going to move you down again. Boop. Check mark. Now you're back. See, I put that check mark there? The reason I have you do that is I've had kids other years write the same paragraph 2 times because you might be bouncing out of order. So when you're done writing it, put the check mark. Then you know you're not going to write your what do bats look like paragraph again. Now, step 6 says this. Repeat steps 3, 4, and 5 with the rest of your paragraphs. Step 3, write the heading on the top of the page. I'm going to get rid of that one right there. So, let's see. What did I have second? Not what do bats eat, because I have that as third. Second, I have where do bats live. So on this page, where am I going to write the heading? Where do bats live? My question? Right across the top. What am I going to do when I start writing down here? I'm going to indent 3 fingers, right? The first line, I'm going to write, bats live all over North America. Indent 3 fingers. Bats live all over North America, probably. And remember, America goes all the way back here, or whatever word goes on this line goes all the way back over by the spirals. Only the top line do you indent 3 fingers. Because you want your paragraph to end up being kind of this shape. Right? The top line indents, but the rest of it is all back over here. So I'm going to erase that because that will be confusing for you. There. All right, I think you got it. So I want you to do all of your paragraphs, all 4 or 5, however many you happen to have. I want you to get them written on these lines in your neatest and best printing. Don't do anything with the blank pages, okay? Leave those and we'll get to those next week. All right, thank you. This is going to be some hard work, but I know you can do it. I cannot wait to read your stories. Bye.